there's one thing more important than the NHS. It's cake. Cake is more important than the NHS. And Chris Tregenza, Cake Not Coup, is going to speak just for a few minutes about that. So come on, give him a round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Chris. We do, with my partner, Cake Not Coup. It's a very simple idea. We just want to welcome you and thank you for coming. So we just turn up, we bring with us some cake, we hand it around, and we say thank you. Now, I'm not a great cake maker. I'm functional, I get it done, but you're ever gonna see me on Bake Off. I'm not fancy, I'm practical, it's edible, it's nice, it does its job. But my mum loved baking. She was a great baker. And all through my childhood, there was cake in the house. And whenever someone came to the door, she'd invite them in, offer them a cup of tea, and a slice of cake. To me, this is what you do. To me, this is what being British is all about. It's about inviting the stranger into the house and sharing with them. Now, my mum died a few years ago from dementia, and I know there'll be people in this audience who know what a terrible disease it is. She didn't have that type of dementia where you get a little bit confused when we can't remember the day of the week. She had the type of dementia which ravaged her mentally. Within 3 years, she didn't know who I was. She survived another 7 years after that. And across all those 10 years, she was cared for by the NHS. NHS health visitors, NHS nurses, doctors, specialists, and of course, the day-to-day caring staff. And those of you who have some experience with caring for people with severe disabilities, you know when they can do nothing, you have to do everything. And that means very personal and intense care. And these people, these NHS staff who came from across Europe, over those 10 years, I think we had people from 25 out of the 28 nations helping my mum. They did these very personal tasks for her. They looked after her exactly as they would their own mother. And I cannot express my thanks to those staff in any way. There's nothing I can do. So coming out here, handing out cakes in her memory, and in thanks to the staff of the NHS, it's all I can do. It's all I can give back. Because while the NHS could not ultimately help my mother, dementia is a terminal illness, they gave her something vital. In those final years, they gave my mother dignity when she had lost everything else. So thank you, NHS. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for giving my mother dignity.
Wow. Wow. The caliber of the speakers is fantastic. Let's see if we can drown out the shouting from over there. Come on. I care for the NHS, do you? I care for the NHS, do you? Wonderful.